Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? You're knowing what you are wanting? You are enjoying the expansion of your personal desire? Do you feel the power of it? Do you understand the importance of desire that bubbles within you? Do you get it, that you are source energy here in a physical body? And that you've come for the express purpose of deciphering contrast, for the express purpose of giving birth to desire? Do you get that? So, when you really know that, having given birth to a new desire, even though it has not yet manifested, in other words, you may want it, but you don't yet have it in the fullest sense of the word, still it's wonderful to want it, yes? That's the right answer. We don't believe you mean it, but it is the right answer. When life causes you to clarify, and it will constantly cause you to clarify, there will never be a day that you are living in this physical form that there will not be yet another experience, and usually hundreds of them, that help you to redefine what you want, but even better said, who you are. Because do you know, when life causes you to come to a conclusion, even if you don't speak about it, in other words, something happens which upsets you, you cannot have an experience where something is bothering you without clarifying at many levels of your being what would be an improved experience. And when that happens, you emit a vibration that asks for that improvement. And the larger part of you evolves. Now, by the larger part of you, we mean the non-physical part of you. You get how that works? Do you understand that you are much more than you see here in these physical bodies? Do you understand that you are source energy, and part of that source energy is extending forward into that which is you? In other words, the personality that you know as you is an extension of that which is source energy. So, as you live life here in this physical form, and you know what you don't want, which causes you to know what you do want, you give birth to a new rocket of desire which precedes you vibrationally. But before you really understand what we're getting at here, you have to first understand that everything that you see in what you call your real life experience was first thought, that was thought upon longer, and as it is thought upon longer, then it becomes what you call manifestation, what you call reality. But everything that you see around you, your economics, your physical apparatus, your relationships, the physical structures, everything that you see around you that you decipher with your physical senses, all of that reality was first only vibration. It was first only thought. It was first only thought which was thought upon until it became reality. And the reason that we sort of belabor this point is because we want very much for you to understand that you are sending forth into what we like to call a vibrational escrow, the precursor to your future manifestations. In other words, previous generations have added immeasurably to what you were born into, and you are doing the same for future generations that will follow you. But even more important for you to understand is that you are pre-paving your future right here, right now, with every thought and emotion that you feel around the thought. You are pre-paving a future experience, and the larger part of you is already living it. So here is how it works. You were sourced before you came into this physical body, and a part of that attention is focused here. But the larger part of you that was sourced before you came into this physical body is still source non-physically focused. The larger part of you is vibration. Humans define that in a variety of ways. You refer to that as your soul. You refer to that as the non-physical part of you, or the God force within you. We like to call it your soul, or your inner being is even a better word. The non-physical part of you still exists in non-physical, even though you are here in your physical form. So when you get it, that while you are here in this physical form, attracting and creating, that this larger part of you is existing and is becoming as a result of that which you are about here in your environment. So your non-physical energy, you come forth into this physical form, and as you move around in this physical environment, you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want, you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want, and you emit this steady stream of new preferences and desires, which precede you vibrationally, and when they do, the source energy part of you gives undivided attention to your preference. In other words, when you don't have enough money and you want more money, the source within you focuses upon the improved abundance. When you're sick and you want to be well, the source within you focuses upon the wellness that you are asking for. The source within you does not look at the illness and use it as justification for why you need the wellness. The source within you rides the rocket of your desire and gives undivided attention to what you are asking for. Humans, in your experience, and those that you revere as great masters, like Jesus said, turn the other cheek, and that was precisely the point that he was talking about. When you know what you don't want, you always know what you do want. When someone has deceived you, or when someone has done something from your point of view that you think is wrong, you automatically ask for an improvement. But when you keep beating the drum of the injustice, you hold yourself apart from where the source within you immediately went. So, when we say to you that the variety that you are living in is the resource of this expansion, we really want you to hear it and understand it, that you are source energy expanding because of the life you are living here in this physical body. And to the degree that while in this body, you allow yourself to keep up with the expansion, you thrive and you experience joy. To the degree that you don't keep up with your own expansion, you don't feel so good. So let's say someone you care about told you a lie, and it's obvious to you that they are deliberately deceiving you, and you know it. You haven't decided what to do about it, but boy, oh boy, are you mad. So you feel the discomfort of this wrongdoing. It's an injustice. This person should know better. It's what you were taught. You knew better. Every time you lied, you knew it. So you feel the discord of that. But in that discomfort, you are sending off all kinds of rockets of desires that go like this. I want a better relationship with this person, and I want this person to feel secure enough in their experience with me to know that they can level with me about things. I want to love this person, not be mad at this person. In other words, whenever you know what you don't want, the other side of it is very clear to you on some levels. So you're sending off these rockets of desires, and the source within you, as always, continues to love and respect and honor this person. In fact, now that this has happened, the source within you, the inner being part of you, loves this person more than before this happened. Just like when you're sick and you want to be well, the source within you is weller than before you got sick. Just like when you don't have enough money and you ask for more money, the vibrational escrow is more abundant now that you have experienced the discomfort of your lack, because in the discomfort of lack, you are asking for more. And when you ask, it is given every single time. It is so annoying when a dear friend or family member, someone you love, maybe even one of your children, interacts with you and causes you to expand, and then your very attention to what they did wrong keeps you from becoming what you've expanded to. So annoying. If they would just be better. Most people offer most of their vibration in response to what they're observing, and that's why you seek to hold so many people accountable. If you would be nice like that one, then when I look at you, I'd feel good. But since you're not being nice like that one, when I look at you, I feel bad, and I want to feel good, so you need to do something different so that I can feel good. Ooh, what a platform of powerlessness that is. Because you can't control them. And even if you are big enough, strong enough, influential enough to control that one, there are all those others. So you spend your lifetime trying to control everybody when the only thing you ever really had to do is come into alignment with who you really are. Now, we get this, and we want to give you a way to let yourself off the hook a little bit about this, because we know that if that person who did whatever they did that made you feel that it was wrongdoing, if they had not done that, you're really going to like this. If they had not done that, you would not have expanded. And your discomfort right now is because you did expand vibrationally and the rest of you didn't catch up with it. So you're right to blame them. You're responsible for my growth. I became a better person because of you, vibrationally. But I'm not letting myself be the better person that you caused me to become because I'm looking at you. Isn't that funny? In other words, you could appreciate them for the expansion they caused you. Every evidence of negative emotion that you feel means you've expanded and you just didn't go with the expansion yet. In other words, if you knew the veritable fortune that you've got over there in your vibrational escrow, the relationships, the future experiences, if you had any idea what you have queued up for yourself, you would appreciate every rascal that helped you to make it so. Your government, big deposits to vibrational escrow. The things that trouble you the most are responsible for your greatest expansion. But what happens, the reason that you don't know that is because if you're like most people, you are offering most of your vibration in response to what you're observing. So you're observing what's going wrong, which is causing you to expand, but then you still observe what's going wrong in order to justify your expansion. But you can't have your expansion until you stop observing what's gone wrong. You have to turn your attention to where you want to go and stop beating the drum of what's gone wrong. And we know, blame sometimes feels better than guilt. It's easier to say, no, I'm sure that the fault belongs with her. It's her fault. But we want you to understand that while it feels a little better to blame someone else than yourself, blame always feels better than guilt. But if you make a career of that, you hold yourself in this place of disempowerment, because what you're saying is, what others do affects me in a way that I can't overcome. And that really is the platform of powerlessness, where instead if you would say, what others do inspire me to what I really want, and the only reason I feel this blame is because I'm not looking at what I've become, I'm not letting myself go because I'm still in the defending and justifying mode. You're following? We think you are, to some degree. You gotta lighten up, friends. We want you to relax and allow the well-being that is yours. We want you to understand that everything is working out for you. And if you could get a glimpse of your vibrational escrow, if you could understand who you were before you were born and all that you've become since, if you could see the universal forces that are lining things up for you, there is so much working for you. You are so adored and so supported and so worthy, so much the logical inheritors of well-being. There has never been a more vivid, pointed time where magnificent manifestation should be yours than this time. This is the time of allowing. It is the time of awakening. It is the time of getting it and consciously being it, you see. And even in your ignorance of this, when you don't even know any of this, you keep being born and life keeps causing you to expand and you keep finding yourself there, you see. When you croak, you will immediately reemerge into source energy. We just think you shouldn't have to croak before you get it. We think you should be able to tune yourself to that source energy and remain in a physical body and live the heaven on earth that you all knew would be here. You saw this as a creative environment that exceeded anything that you'd ever seen before. You knew that the perfect variety and balance would inspire with you ideas that you would have the full capacity to receive completely. You knew that, and you came forth in such joy. And when you look at those little buggers, you know they know that. And every time you say to them you can't or you shouldn't, they look back at you as if to say, you've forgotten who you are, but I have not forgotten. And then, in time, you wear them down a little bit. But their guidance will always bring them back round, as it has you. So, what do you want to talk about? Things. Very good.